earlier today. I'm a little tired. My name is Paulina Enchanted, and on this channel we usually speak about, spooky things, conspiracies, whatever you want. Little community here. I haven't lived in a few days because I went on a trip, and oh my god, I also tripped on my trip, and my knee. I think it's probably healing a lot faster now, which I'm happy about. But once people start getting here, maybe I'll talk about it a little bit. I am a little earlier than when I usually do. And I also had like a spiritual experience too. Hi, who do I have here on my channel? Hello, welcome. I see that skeleton lurking. Yeah, Mr. Skeleton. That's Jeremy there. Hello, Blitz Craig. How are ya? How's your day today? What's crack-a-lackin'? What are you doing? I was in the airport today. Today I was in a few states actually. I was in Texas, I was in Illinois, and in Florida. How does it feel being the face of my life? Oh, that's so sweet. I'm actually quite sleepy right now. I'm trying to log in on my computer here. Ooh, I see I have someone else here. Hello, welcome. But yeah, today has been a travel day for me. Lots of airplanes. Sweet but true, you're saying. Oh, that's so sweet. Usually if you're new to my channel, what we do is I usually live later, but it's been a few days because I've been traveling, and we just talk about all of like the weird stuff in our reality, maybe paranormal stories, conspiracies, things like that, whatever you want. On my trip though, I did like fall on my knee, and so I was like limping for a few days. Today I'm doing a little bit better, which is nice. But it says, how did you get to so many states? Do you work on the airplanes? No, I don't work on airplanes. I was just, what is that called when you do connections? Yeah, I was doing connections. I was getting back to Florida, back over here, But I don't know. I'm sleepy. I didn't sleep much. And so, hi. Sid, how are you? Let's see, absolutely in the right place. All about that kind of conversation. Yes, all about that conversation. Carol says, hi, welcome. Yeah, I had so on my trip, where did you travel from to Florida? Yes, I'm in Florida, but I was in Illinois. And that's where I got hurt too. Like I fell and I ate rocks. I was running, I was getting something, and I literally flew, and I literally just face planted and then ate rocks. And then my knee, and then it was like my knee was huge. It was so huge. And the last few days I've just been like curing it. But it's I heal very fast, so I know I'm gonna be okay. But I did have a really weird spiritual experience too. Let's see. Keralata Purila says, Diaz for Halloween. Yes. I don't know how many days to Halloween. We need a countdown, you guys. How many days to Halloween? Let's get that countdown. Diaz for Halloween. So someone needs to very hot whole bath. Yeah, it was, I mean, we've been icing it, I was up there in Illinois because we were visiting some family, my boyfriend's family and stuff. But it was really embarrassing because I fell in front of everybody and I couldn't get up, and I was just laying on the rocks and with rocks in my mouth. But But so do you guys know these gummies? They're actually totally legal. Like they're mushroom gummies. You can buy them on Amazon. I just want to tell you a weird thing that happened to me. Country Kirby is back in the club. Welcome back, Country Kirby. Welcome back again. I know I haven't lived in a few days. I've been traveling and I also like fell and my knee was huge and all this stuff. My knee's feeling better. I was getting the swollen down. This is awful, I know. So I want to tell you guys. So this, I'm not selling anything, okay? I'm not sponsored or anything. I'm just telling you guys. So like ashwagandha gummies and things like that. Usually I take these in the morning, and it's supposed to like help you relax and whatnot. I took them at night the other day. I took 2 and 2 because I was feeling like anxious. And I had a very weird experience. This is not like those type of gummies. This is just like ashwagandha, whatnot, and a few other ones. And my experience, like, I was like falling asleep, and it was like, and I've had these, it was like I don't know how to explain it. I was not fully asleep. I've astral projected before, so I know that state is a different state. And I've been in that state before. You can meditate and try to get to that state, but I guess these put me in that state really fast. I was falling asleep but still awake, and I was in this state where I can just receive messages from the spiritual realm. It was so weird. I was just trying to go to sleep. And then first it was like my consciousness was somewhere else, and it was like what was I gonna say? So it was like something said, hey, and then my brain was like, I knew it was not part of I knew it was like not a dream because I'm awake, but I'm not fully awake. And I was like, my mind was like, and I know that everything, they can hear our thoughts, right? So I was like, don't talk to it, don't talk to it, don't talk to it. And like, I don't know, I was like freaking myself out. So then it was like, see ya, and it just like zoomed by. And then I saw like these eyes like open up, like an image of eyes, and then a bunch of eyes, and it was an angel. And then I'm just like trying to get away from the angel because it's like I guess biblical angels have a bunch of eyes, so it was like something like that. I was seeing that with my third eye, just like and I had a really beautiful message from that. It's a little personal there, but I was like trying to like wake up. I was like, because I was awake, but I was trying to get into this consciousness, not into that weird alter state that this put me in. Because this is just normal. It's from Amazon. And then so after that, I was, since I'm trying to like snap, I don't want to be receiving messages from different entities. I just wanted to go to sleep. I was trying to go into my sleep consciousness. I didn't want, and I do want to open up, and it just spooks me sometimes. I do want to open up and receive more. That's why I guess it put me in there. But it does spook me a little bit. So seeing all those eyes looking at me, even though it had a really nice message, it's a little personal, it still spooked me. So I was trying to get out of that. And then I got another image of something that, what was its name? I wrote its name down. It told me its name. And it was an image of a man, and it was the same thing. It was a different angel, but he took a shape of a guy, so I would feel more comfortable instead of a bunch of eyes looking at me when I was laying there. And then I forgot his name. I wrote it down here, but it's on my phone, so maybe next live I'll tell you guys. But he was like, hi, and he told me his name, and I still knew like the spiritually, I knew they were good. They were just trying to talk to me. They were like being really nice, but I didn't want to deal with it. So I was like still trying to I was still trying to snap myself out of it, and just I wanted to just go to sleep and not be in that consciousness state where I'm just receiving messages and everybody wants to talk to me. But they were both nice. I do personally want to open myself up to it. It still creeps me out a little bit. I'll get into it, receive things, and then get scared and kind of like, oh, get out, snap out of it. Okay, so let me catch up to the comments real quickly. Let's see. Okay, so Bliss says I'm absolutely in the right place on all that kind of conversation. Yes, that's what we're talking about here. We just talk about all the weird stuff in our reality. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Carol says hi. Oh, okay, I think I read all of this. Curbsy says, hello, Paulina, hello. Country Girl says, you went to the doctor? No, my boyfriend's mom is a nurse, so she looked at my knee. And she said it's just a sprain, so I'm fine. It was just like, it was pretty, like, I was in pain, but I'm feeling better now. I still, I'm healing. I do heal really, really fast, though. So it's getting better every day. Okay, let me see. Curse is going on. Who's the imposter? Wait. Yeah, you're on. Yes. Real Curse is not sending kiss. Oh, really? Is there an imposter here? Do I have an imposter? Paulina says hi. Abudi says, Paulina, hi. Hi. Thanks for picking up. So Juan says you need a proper teacher. That's why I will send you a way to talk to your guys only, not random spirits. I'll try to leave it in a comment. Okay, yes, I would love that. Give me all the advice. You know I love advice. Yeah, no, it's I like it, but it spooks me. Sometimes and you could tell, like, you can feel when you're in those consciousness states, you can feel like the energy of whatever you're speaking to. And like in that consciousness, it was all good. And the message the one angel gave me was really positive. But I just did not, I was just seeing a bunch of eyes. It was nice. It was just like green, these beautiful green, vibrant eyes, then another eye, then another eyes, you know? Let's see. What's in those gummies? So these are, if this is not anything, this is not magic gummies, okay? And again, I am not sponsored and I'm not selling this or anything. This is just, my dad sent me these. This is just from, they're supposed to be like relaxing, you know? They're from Amazon. They're just relaxing and for anxiety. But that's what I usually take 2 in the morning, but I took 2 at night. And that's what gave me that, I think it put me in that state of mind faster because I was so relaxed, you know? Because, you know, when you are open to listening to messages in the universe, you have to be in a very relaxed state. Your brain should not be running, and then things will kind of come through, you know? That's why people snap out of it sometimes because they get scared. Okay, it says a bunch of eyes. I know those type of angels. Hold on. Yes, that's what I was saying. The first one had like the best intentions and was very kind. It was just I just didn't it was a lot for me, so I kind of wanted to snap out of that state of mind. And then the second angel that I perceived took shape, and it was like just I'm like there laying there and I'm literally seeing full on like a whole image. Like I'm not, it feels real. Like it feels real. I hear it, you know, and it gave me its name. It was a different one, and it was trying to take shape of like a guy so I wouldn't feel as intimidated, but I still was, it was really nice. It was like, hi, my name is Paul. I forgot the name. I have it written down. And then, but I was still trying to snap out of it. So mushrooms, gummies that were labeled incorrectly. Can you imagine? Buy a restaurant pack from you. No, this is just from Amazon. I promise. It's nothing weird. Hello. Sir Gonzo says, hello. Did you hurt your knee or something? Yes. So I was in Illinois. I was in an event. So we went up to Illinois for family, for my boyfriend. And there was an event for like friends and family. It was a lot of people. And I was going to go grab something from the car. And it was like really, really dark. And there's rocks everywhere. And I'm running. And as I'm running, I start flying. And then I fall knee first. And so, bow, I'm like, I guess a rock, I hit a rock. I found knee first, and then rocks in my mouth. And then rocks, like you could kind of see do you see that? That was from the rocks, you know, on my hands too. And then I couldn't get up, and I was just laying there in the dark. And some other random person saw me, and it was really embarrassing because they're like screaming, "Are you okay?" And I'm not doing anything. I'm just laying there with rocks in my mouth. Oh my God. But the knee was swollen and it's getting way better. I do heal very quickly, but I was like limping, and the first morning was kind of hard, but I feel much better, and it still hurts a little bit, but tomorrow should be perfect, hopefully. Um, Juan says those angels that look like a bunch of eyes are called Ophanim or Chariot. They're like angelic machines and angels at once. Kind of weird. Really? Tell me more. In Hebrew, orphan means wheels. Interesting. Kirsty says beautiful nails. Oh, thanks. Country Kirby says not magic mushrooms. No, they're just regular. They're not. You can just get these on Amazon. What says mushroom gummies jet lag equal journey? Yeah, I am also. Yeah, I'm so jet lagged, you guys. I took I was in Texas today, in Illinois, and in Florida because of the connections too. Um, Huang says these angels are collective energy, so the closest they come to having a physical body is that they appear like eyes. They're created the metal structures or wheels for bodies, and they often do a lot of technology related in the higher realms. Interesting. That's why in the Bible, angels are always telling humans to calm down and not be afraid. Yeah, I mean, it spooked me a little bit when I saw the image. So I saw but it was the feeling that it was giving to me was like protection. It was like it was like showing itself, and it was not like it was giving me a good feeling, but it just doesn't. In our reality, we're not constantly seeing beings with more than two eyes. So but that's why I was a little spooked, but it was interesting. Yeah, I'm really into that, like the angels and stuff. I guess I'll probably have to look more into it too. I did look up I see what you mean too. They kind of look a little mechanical. I didn't see that. I just saw like eyes opening around, like it was slowly revealing itself, and then I was like, and it gave me like a private message, but it was like really nice. Is it possible that it's being your guardian? I'm not sure. I don't think so, but I think it is a type that I think it does protect people in general. But it did give me like it's a little personal, but it gave me like a really nice message too. So without the yes, exactly. I just saw like it just showed me first like green, vibrant eyes, then eyes opening up here. It was just slowly revealing itself to not scare me, I think. But it was really nice. Yeah, it was nice. Look at Mr. Jerry back here. Look at that. And then the second angel that I experienced, it was like I was surrounded by angels. The second angel that I experienced took shape of a man. So I wouldn't be so this is a completely different, it was a completely different energy. The second one, when I was in that consciousness state, took shape of a man, so I wouldn't be as intimidated. That's what it felt like. And it was like, hi, my name is, like, it was like golden retriever energy a little bit. Do you know what? The second angel, it was definitely different energy from the first one. The first one, and they were both positive, just very different. Juan says, they say everyone has access to the 9 choirs of angels, so perhaps you have access to such an angel. I have to look up what the 9 choirs of angels. Give me a second. I had not logged into my laptop. Give me a second. So 9 choirs of angels. This is so interesting. Okay. Whoa. Okay. So, Country Kirby says, Jerry's always in an uncomfortable position. He's just chilling, you know? He's like, yeah, hey, what's up? Country Kirby says, second angel sound like Eminem. Hi, my name is, yeah. Juan says, second angel sounds like a regular guardian angel. They're very friendly, love humanity, and they seem to be more fun than regular angels. Regular angels are all about duty and honor, etc. Ooh, interesting. Yeah, it was a different energy fully. The other one was like, it felt like a lot, but it was like still very good, positive energy, where this one was like, I guess if I were an angel, I would be the second one, just like, I love that. Yeah, I have to learn more about how the different types of angels and how maybe the Bible describes them or how people have experienced them too, which is so interesting. 9 choirs of angel. Let me see if I can make this bigger so I can read it. Let's see. 9 choirs of angels. Let's see if I can visit that page. Oh, it's a Facebook page. Is there any way I can see it? Why does this happen? Okay. Aha. So I'm going to read some of this. This is so interesting. It says 9 choirs of angels. Angels are spiritual beings created by God, naturally invisible to the human eye, but all around us. And constantly carrying out the tasks God has given them. Traditionally, the angels are classified into what are called 9 choirs or ranks. This division is based on 9 names of angels found in the sacred scriptures. The 9 choirs are divided into 3 triads. 3 choirs per triad to categorize their angelic role. Ooh, I'm going to read this to you guys. This is so interesting. Let me catch up on the comments real quick. It says, hey, Paulina, love watching your TikTok lives, more spooky reads, it's like ASMR. Yeah, I'm glad you like it. Yeah, so my TikTok is more like that and more spooky stories. Here we just talk about our reality, like whatever you want. Right now I'm talking about angels because I had an experience with like 2 angels recently. But you can talk about conspiracies, paranormal stuff. If you have any input or if you have any experiences yourself, we'll talk about it. Just let us know in the comments below. So let's see. It says the first triad says see, adore God directly. Seraphim, I've heard of that. Seraphim. These are the highest choir of angels. They are the attendants or before God's throne. They praise God, calling, holy, holy, holy is the Lord of hosts. Their only biblical reference is Isaiah. Cherubim. The cherubim contemplate God too, but less in himself than in his providence. The term cherubim means fullness of wisdom. In the New Testament, they are alluded as celestial attendants in the apocalypse. Interesting. So there's a lot. I'm going to keep going, but I'm going to catch up on the comments real quickly. Huang says, also, angels are different based on religion too. Yeah, I could totally see that. I have seen Greek pagan type of angel and even native version and some from Africa. What are exposed to scenes more like Judeo Christians and just maybe even some Islamic angels. Yeah, I think honestly people also have different it's funny, a lot of religions will have similar experiences too. They might be talking about the same beings and they just perceive them differently too. Ron Joe says, so pretty. Oh, thanks. So we have throne angels. Thrones are the angels of pure humility, peace, and submission. They reside in the area of the cosmos where material form begins to take shape. The lower choir of angels need the thrones to access God. The second triad. There's a lot, but it divides it in the first triad, the second triad, and the third triad. This is so interesting how there's categorizations for them and everything. And I had heard before that that there are angels that are described with many eyes too, which is so interesting. Huang says, seraphim are those angels who are the fiery dragons or serpents in heaven. Seraphim means the burning ones because they burn with God's love. Aw, that's so sweet. That's actually so interesting. Wow. I wonder when these categorizations were made too. Like, were these categorized off of experiences or like these angels categories, or was it off of like any biblical text? Barb's basement. Zachary says, "Hi, Paulina. Hello, welcome back again. Good." And then Peyton says, "I love your hair." Ooh, thanks, Peyton. I appreciate it. How are you guys? Ooh, okay. This is interesting because the third triad of angels works directly with human affairs, apparently. So, the third triad, principalities. The principalities care for earthly principalities, that is, cities, nations, and kingdoms. Archangels. Archangels are generally taken to mean chief of leading angel and regarded as the messengers of the Lord. There are only 3 acknowledged archangels by the church: Gabriel, Michael, and Raphael. I noticed a lot of people do pray to Michael, the angel. I like to go to these spiritual stores too, and you'll see that there are a lot of like things. Oh, ask Archangel Michael for help. I wonder why he's so popular. I don't know his story very well. And it says, angels are the closest to and then just regular angels. Angels are the closest to the material world and human beings. They deliver prayers to God, and God answers other messages to humans. Aw, sweet. Juan says, the Catholic Church did those categories, but they are missing a lot. Yeah, I'm sure. That's why I asked, when were these categories made? I'm sure people have had all kinds of experiences, because this is also off of experiences and people's beliefs too. So when I read these, it's more like, I want to see what they have to say, but I may experience something different, and that's okay. Or I may believe something a little bit different, that's okay. That's the whole point of this community. We can just kind of share feedback and stuff. And I think it's great for humans to do that too, because we all have experienced weird paranormal things in this reality. And it's fun to create communities like this where we can share our stories, and see where they lead. And I think the biggest thing is doing things, just having good intention. I always try to spread love and light and happiness. And I do like the spooky stuff. I had the other person here that's from my TikTok. I do the spooky, scary stories. I like that. But at the end of the day, let's create communities where we support each other. Okay, so because in Judaism there are many types of angels, it's not even funny. Like Hayat, Hayat, divine beasts, which are angels. Interesting. Who look like animals or partial animals. If you ever need help, pray to Raphael, because he knows everybody in heaven. So if you are fighting a demon or need help of some kind, Raphael will know which angel or saint you need to talk to. See, that's interesting. Now I want to Google more information about Angel Raphael. Angel Raphael. Wait, why does he know everybody? Let us know. So Angel Raphael is a prominent archangel in Judaism, Christianity, and Islam. See how he's known across different religions? Do you guys see what I mean? Often associated with healing, guidance, and protection. His name means God heals or God cures. Interesting. Wow. Okay. It says, I actually think the reason that some demons look like animals is because those are Hayat angels that fell from grace. But they already looked like animals since they were in heaven. Interesting. It's an interesting perspective. I didn't even think of that. Well, also, I'm also learning that I can totally see that too. How people categorize things too. Just spread love and light. That's love. Have you guys ever encountered an angelic being through meditation, or felt like you had an experience, maybe that you were led somewhere, like a message from someone? I did do this was like 11 years ago. I was like really depressed. And what was it, 11? No, like 9 years ago. The point is, I don't know when exactly, years ago. I lived in Arizona and I was really sad and I didn't know where to go to. And I just remember going to, I went to like this Reiki healer lady. And the Reiki session was fine. It was nice, but it was like after that, she said, "Oh, I actually have a message from your spirit guide." And I didn't know what that it was at the time. And you could see them as angels or family or ancestors or, spirits in your soul family. And the message was so what I needed to hear, you know? It was definitely what I needed to hear. And sometimes, like, you may have angels in your life or maybe family or ancestors or whatever that lead you down a path that helps you in your life. I did have an experience. I'm not saying it here because it is a little private, but I did have an experience recently with the angels. It did give me a message, and sometimes messages it's what you need. Have you guys ever encountered that where you feel like, and maybe a message was delivered through a person, but the person doesn't really know you, but you know someone else delivered that message for you. Do you get what I'm saying? If you guys have ever had an experience like that, just let us know in the comments below. I feel like there are people here who've had like spiritual guidance, Okay, let me catch up to the comments real quickly. There are some trolls here. Charles says, Juan says, so archangels are like angelic kings and queens because some angels are women, but the archangels come from specific choirs. So would you, like, choirs meaning like groups? I don't know. Raphael is a seraph, and seraphim are messengers between gods and his angels. Interesting. So it makes the sense that he would know everyone because he's a messenger. That makes sense. But I have also heard from psychics who talk to Raphael that he's very friendly and probably why he knows everybody up there. Yeah, I feel like if you're like that friendly energy, like, hi, you're going to know everybody. I mean, one of the angels that when I was in that weird meditative consciousness state, was very like golden retriever energy, like, hi, like, Charles, if you are not happy here, you can move on. That's fine. We just talk about different paranormal, spiritual experiences, spooky things, whatever you want. And we're respectful in this community. We don't have to always agree on everything, but it is what it is. Okay, so I don't know why I was Googling like the Angel Raphael, and for some reason I got Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. What? Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? Are you kidding me? Which is funny. Are there any weird conspiracies with Teenage Mutant Turtles? I didn't actually watch that. On va faire amor. I'm sorry. I don't know what that means. It looks like it might be sweet. I don't know. Yeah, I do see a lot of prayers here for Archangel Raphael. That's really nice. So, I just kind of wanted to give you guys a little bit of an update why I was missing for a few days. I was gone. Let's see. Juan says, speaking of female angels, there's a race of angels called Bakhol, or in Kabbalah, who are the females that have no names. I don't know why my brain read no arms. Bakhol means daughter of a voice. Oh, but that's kind of sad. They don't have any names. I mean, I guess that would be, they would all have, they just categorize on that. Let me look that up. Bakhol. Bakhol in the Bala. Let's see. So it says, back call is a heavenly or divine voice that is heard by individuals or groups as means of divine communication, often after the age of prophecy has ended. Interesting. It is described as an echo of God's voice, a gentle yet powerful sound that can deliver messages, warn of danger, or provide guidance. Unlike prophecy, which involves a close relationship between God and the prophet, the back call can be heard by anyone. That is so interesting. You know what? I also think of those people who have, you know, the people who are like stranded in the middle of the desert or a forest, or their boat wrecked, and they just needed like to go a little bit farther to find civilization, to find the path, to find food, and their bodies were giving out, but they heard. A lot of these people who are in that break, even rock climbers, say they hear this. There's a lot of encounters where people say that they'll hear a voice that will start motivating them and giving them guidance, like go left. Like if his name is Timmy, go left, turn left here. And like motivating them. You got this, a little further, just a little further. And then Timmy is maybe starving or something, and he pushes himself and he goes left and he finds food, or he finds shelter, or he finds people, and he would have died if he didn't go left. A lot of people in the break of being stranded or almost dying, they will hear a voice. So maybe that would be like a back hole, or an angelic being guiding them, because a lot of people right there before passing away sometimes will hear a guidance voice telling them, do this. We're all protected. We all have our families and our angels that protect us, I do believe. Okay, so Juan says, Juan says, so back holes may be angels of presence who sort of act as God's presence for him. Aw, that's nice. Presence for him. So basically just being there being there for the people in the presence of God. Oh, that's very sweet. What was I gonna say? But yeah, I just kind of wanted to hop on for a little bit and give you guys an update. I am actually pretty tired. I don't know if I'm gonna go back on live tonight. Maybe I have to I have a little bit of a mess right now because I packed everything and I left, and I'm trying to like unpack everything and build a cat tree. I got a cat tree for my cats, for Maya, because Maya was throwing tantrums because we moved, and she kept throwing the litter outside of the box. So I bought a closed box and I got her cat tree, so hopefully she's happy. I'm bribing my cat with a cat tree. Stop throwing the litter, please. Here's a cat tree. Maybe I should try to, there's animal communicators on TikTok. I am so obsessed with them, by the way. I love watching them. I wouldn't mind learning that, that's just another state of consciousness, telepathy, trying to meditate and get into that realm where you communicate with animals. Why not? That sounds cool. Anything is possible in this life. If you guys are listening, you can do anything. You're spiritual beings. You're strong. You got this. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.